morning, we're learning more about teachers' concerns in Connecticut schools.
Your local educators took a survey by the Connecticut Education Association, and the findings detail some concerns that they're facing.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler has more on how state leaders plan to take action. Good morning.
Caitlin and Tracy, good morning. Well, teachers, they frequently face some challenges while in the classroom. That's why today the Connecticut Education Association is going to be presenting some action steps that should help tackle the problems that teachers say they're facing. The CEA's findings show teachers have critical challenges with student behavior, alarming levels of stress and burnout, inadequate pay, and respect. The CEA is looking to determine how all of this plays a role in the ongoing teacher shortage. All of this reflecting a survey Channel 3 did exclusively with the CEA back in August. While we're not a part of this survey, student behavior, burnout, and pay are concerns that continue to be hot-button issues. The CEA is the state's largest teacher union, meaning hundreds of people take this annual survey. Today at the state capitol, teachers and state leaders will come together to share their perspectives and challenges. Going forward, they'll work together to create a positive path forward. Now, the findings of the survey are going to be shared at the Capitol at 1 o'clock this afternoon. On Eyewitness News this evening, we'll have the latest on those action steps and more about what the survey tells. We're live in Ellington. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
We know